Um, I guess I should talk about. Well, I'm just gonna force myself to talk again. Um, I guess I should talk about betrayal. And I said I'm in a new place, by the way. I finally moved. Um, I'm paying for rent. I live somewhere with two roommates, and yeah, it's been like my second day here. I think pretty good. Um, just getting my stuff together, getting whiteboard. Like I need to still set up my PC, but yeah. Uh, betrayal. What about betrayal? It's betrayal of the self. I feel like that was what happened this year a lot. Um, with maybe staying in a situation that you know really you should leave, but you just kept staying in it because of the previous emotions that you. It's like you depended on it to survive, right? Attachment issues. Um, like you had to hold on to it, even though it hurt you over and over and over again. Betrayal of the self is kind of knowing that something hurts and knowing you should stop and knowing you should do something else, but not doing that something else. Um, that's kind of what happened this year. Knowing that, like, moving out is probably. I knew from the beginning of this year, basically, my goals, like, what I said should be done. My plans, my long term plans are always. I know what I want. But back then, and before I got kicked out, it was like. I knew it, but I couldn't believe in it. I was depressed. I don't know what it was, but there was no fire. There was kind of a fire, but not really, and I kind of doused any of that out by just getting tied up in that weird post-relationship thing. And I betrayed myself over and over again for someone that, when I think about it now, well, obviously, clearly was not good for me, and could not be good for me, and I don't know why. Well, I know why. It's because I formed some sort of attachment to them so that I depended on them to survive. Um, like my brain felt that if I pulled away, that was a threat to my survival. It's not, but I couldn't, no matter what, I couldn't pull myself away from it. Well, I was going to very slowly and painfully, but yeah, and also, then there was this stuff about um, living back home when I could have really just moved out, but I didn't, and I didn't take the job, and all this stuff, and just betrayal of the self. But I think being kicked out was really goaded, actually. So when I got kicked out, I was like, which happened on a blood moon, by the way, which also happened on the same day. That relationship thing completely. I well, everything fell apart to my head. Everything fell apart in that one day. And, immediately I found a place to live and for temporary, get my stuff together, slowly, and formed a plan. But mentally, it was complete disaster, distraught, right? And slowly I made my way back up. But I think it was good. I think being kicked out, low-key, goated, I recommend it. Because it stripped me of everything I knew I everything I thought was important to me, which just wasn't at all, or everything I thought I needed to survive, and it just wasn't. And it actually showed me, well, that and watching a few shows and animes and thinking about stuff. By the way, Orb Motions of the Earth, peak. Um, but what I was gonna point out is that and those shows showed me what was important, which is pursuing what you believe to be true in your head, in your vision, like what matters in life. And really, it comes to your attention that your vision, your dream is how you should live your life. You shouldn't really care about um, how other people want you to live your life, which is extremely obvious, but you know, every day people place your own, um, they place mental roadblocks in how they perceive life to be. And so they live in this narrow, like in this way, and they can't look out of it because it's just, that's how you've seen life. But once it's all stripped, and you're left with like, what do I do? Nothing works anymore. I don't really go back home where I used to. I don't talk to these people I used to. And yet you will find a way. You will find a way. You will find a way. Somehow. And I don't know, it was that and the underdog buff of like, oh my god, I got kicked out. I'm working and studying on a laptop, on a bed that's not mine, on like a small dingy laptop that if I open too many tabs, it just freezes for 5 minutes. Like, that, and also, you know, the ADHD medication. Let's not underestimate the ADHD medication. All of these came together, and it's just, you know, like what's important to me is what's important to me, and even it doesn't matter if it's arbitrary or not. If I feel like doing it, I should just pursue what interests me, because genuinely, you don't need to think deeper than that. You should just pursue what interests you, kind of. Obviously, you need to like do some like risk and reward, and you need to consider some level of long term versus short term, but really, just pursue what you want and just do what you want. Honestly, genuinely, just do what you want. Obviously, obey laws. Don't reduce the freedom of other people if possible. That type of thing. You know what? I'm not gonna elaborate on that. Obviously, it's like, oh, but actually, well, I don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. But yeah, I don't know why I don't know what I'm trying to get out here. I'm just speaking. I don't really have a dead set topic when I started this one. I'm just rambling, and I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, and hopefully nobody I know sees this. That would be kind of awkward. Yeah.